Good day and welcome everyone. We are back now here eventually in my workshop. And some of you might have forgotten I'm still working on this 2+2, which is my heart project. I have been very busy, as you might have seen on the other videos. I've been in the States, I've been to Italy, helping other people finding the right car and cutting videos and some other things. And now we're focusing again on the 2+2. I got so many emails asking how's the progress and what's going on. So what's going on now, we have here the engine and you see everything is ready to be installed. I haven't been lazy, a few things have been done in between. So this is the head, and you can see this is now back to standard size. You see that here, STD, that means standard. We have new liners in here, and that is what I wanted to show. All cars I'm doing will have standard liners and everything back to as new when it was original. So engine block is done, everything ready, and there was a tricky part because this is for the automatic, and there you see the gearbox. The gearbox we had already done in UK, that was some time ago. So what happened, this is the torque converter, and what happened is, so this is all rebuilt, but on the other side, which is then at the engine, I'm trying to get a torch. Where's the torch here? What happened, and that happens very often, you see here, this is a new flex plate. This is a flexible plate that you need to have for the automatic. This hasn't been tightened yet, in the case I had to remove it. We tested everything, it is balanced now, and you see here the hole up here. This hole was meant for the, there is a lock plate, a lock washer, which doesn't exist anymore. So that is the thing, these 4 holes, and as you remember, these were very often, they had a cut out here after wear. So the flex plate actually is a bit too soft maybe for speedy driving, and so we had to get this replaced. We've got new rivets in here, and now this one as a lock washer doesn't exist anymore, and that is where these boards go in. That is where this is mounted to. So I need to get these tightened with some Loctite, and this is going on being merged with the block, and that this unit then should be ready. But before we mount the gearbox, we have to get the cylinder head on here, and so this is all going together next week, and then we can eventually install the engine. But when you install the engine, and that is my point now, the utmost important thing is, before you install the engine, and that is for all your guys doing the same thing, if you come and follow me here, and you see here the IRS is in already. A few other bits which I have to get cleaned. I put them in an acid bath. So here we are with the rear suspension for the 2+2, and I have the original coils here, and I will install them now with new dampers. These are better ones than the Boger, because these are damping in and outwards. The Boger, I think they only damp into one direction. Then we have the spacers which come on top, and we have the seat for the retainers. Will all be reassembled, and then you see it will all be 2 original spec. And this time, as I said, I opted for the specs and there's spark rear shock absorbers, girl in grey, and so I hope they will do the correct ride height and also the correct suspension. I had the gas on the other ones. They had the movable adjustable platform, and they were not allowed for historic cars. Either I had to remove them or they would cancel my historic certificate. So this time I'm installing these, and I think they will be good option. Yeah, you have seen that we were fighting here with Richard. So you will be surprised, but it is still me. I'm official dealership now, but that's because my lady is here, and I usually don't get changed. I have my Sunday clothes on, and I just come here. I just one little thing I need to correct, and then it's dirty. And
guys,
my wife always gets up.
Oh yay!
Oh, there she is. So
Jenna, thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay. That's a workshop.
Let's go. Coffee first.
To start, to get excited, to get ready, gearing up, and yeah, that's the one goes in there. This is the very most important thing to be installed now.
Yeah, we gotta get up in the air, I think, to do that, right?
Yeah, can you turn it up? Move it up?
Okay. I'm kind of nervous because I don't use these lifts.
Yeah.
Like mine's button push.
Oh no, you just turn that. Yeah. So we need to get this twisted. That's important that you get that in before you start.
So it's gonna work. There's a clip that'll go in here, and then this is gonna go down and around like this. Right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That's how it is.
Oh, pretty far away there.
Yeah, you bend it. You bend it always when you take it out or in.
Yeah. Is this zinc or CAD?
Zinc.
What clip are you using there?
I thought it would be P-clip.
No, it's fuel line clip. But you can put a P-clip if you want.
So it's like that, isn't it? Yes.
I think there's a special fuel line clip, but I don't know.
I'm not sure. Here definitely is a P-clip. That's with the screw.
Yeah.
That's with the screw.
So that's a fuel line clip.
And there's another one here.
Those are fuel line
I'm not
clip
sure
holes.
if there was one.
Yeah, there was. There always is. A fuel line clip. Where's your fuel line
So one is there. Oh, I'll get them.
Okay.
Wait.
That's always stressful when somebody else is your shop. You're like, where's that part? I need this
Oh,
part.
yeah.
And like, I try to do that with my dad.
Yep.
I'm trying to do one job. He's doing another, but I have to give him all the parts in time, and it's like it's tough sometimes.
Well, let me see if I have one of those. Where is the fuel parts? Where are the fuel?
You recording right now? Mm-hmm. Here's a man looking for his fuel clips.
All the time. There's nothing here.
Where's his fuel clips? Where would those parts
Fuel
be?
lines.
So guys, here's an important lesson. When you have our shop and want to lay it out, you want all your fuel line parts all in the same spot. I like to make like a fuel tank box. It has the well, it has some of the lines and copper washers and banjo fittings and all in one spot. So when you need it, you go grab it off the shelf and it's right there.
I just need to grab that box. Where's that box? Fuel, what's in here? Oh, fuel subs.
Look at all that. That's all E-Type parts. This is insane. This collection's wild.
Is that in here, maybe? Let me see. This is all fuel stuff.
Oh, here we go. We got the fuel stuff. We got the fuel.
Hose, fuel pump, brackets. Hope we get the fuel lines. Look at that. Oh, look,
filter.
Over here something. You see that?
Whoa, gold. That's what we want.
Here's more. Here's more.
More? Good man. So here we go. What are we looking for? C323727.
There's another one.
Yes, very good. That's a different style.
Here's another one. Some might be original and restored.
I think these might be the original ones.
Here's another one.
These ones are XK style. So you see, these ones kind of...
There's a number on it, and there's some more.
These are the XK style, I believe. But I don't know when the turnover was.
Here a few more.
See how this one clips in with two barbs.
Where's that for?
Same job. Same job. They both hold fuel lines.
So is that?
That's aftermarket. This is what we get. And XK, this is from the XK.
Oh, that's aftermarket. You see, this is part number C.
That's what I said,
3727.
Yeah, that's what I said, yeah.
I bought that in 2018. So almost that's the old stock.
Yeah. Have they gone up in value? Was it good return?
Thirdly,
was it a good return on investment?
That was investment, yeah.
But those are the aftermarket ones.
Those are the aftermarket. We want these original ones.
Okay, so this will help us determine exactly where we need to bend to.
Is that the one? Is that on the floor for the early cars? For the along the that's for the plastic for the nylon houses.
And this is for the hard line. Usually I stick these in.
I think they have.
Usually I'm using these aftermarket ones.
Let me see. Always good to have the original parts book.
Oh, look at that! We've got the parts book going here.
Yeah. We checked a few lines, and there might be a picture of the clamp.
You fed me way too much wine last night to keep up.
That was good.
That was amazing.
But remember the first day at dinner, you were falling asleep.
Oh, right, yeah. And it was amazing, too.
It's a time shift, isn't it? So fuel tank, somewhere in here. There it is. So that's the fuel stuff, and we have... So there's 35, and there's a P-clip.
Yeah.
35 and 35.
Is this 2 plus 2?
That's 2 plus 2 only, you see.
Oh, nice.
It's a blue manual.
There's no way you're getting a P-clip in those holes, though.
No.
No, there's no way you're getting a screw in there.
But let's see, you see there's one at the bottom and one at the side, and there's none at the corner.
It's unlisted part. It's just a little clip. They didn't give a shit.
33.
Sorry, so they didn't give it a bleep?
So it's beep. 33. So it's here. Petrol pipe assembly rear from bulkhead to intermediate. Gasket between flange. We have that screw.
It's not going to list it.
Washer. Shake proof on what we have that. Clip. P-clip 2. Self-tapping screws that are small holes and double-ended union connection rear pipe to intermediate pipe.
So what we're after
There's only
here,
2 P-clips.
Oh,
It says only 2 P-clips.
Huh?
There's only 2 P-clips. That's what
according
it says.
to this, but that's not what's in the metal. Because if you go and look at the metal here,
yeah, there's a hole in
up
there.
here you have a large hole. There's no way you could put a P-clip in that.
No, you don't put a P-clip in there because you have one here.
There's one here and one here.
No, the small one.
Oh, the small one.
The small one is a P-clip, and you don't get one there.
Okay.
You
do whatever you want.
Too far off here.
Oh, I see. Oh, you're too far off. I got it.
And the other one is here. And
okay.
I remember it's the same on my other 2 plus 2.
Nice.
So this is how it goes.
Okay. I'm a 2 plus 2 newbie. This is my 2
yeah,
plus 2
you
newbie.
still need to learn.
And I blame the wine too last night. That's the wine.
The wine. How was the wine?
It was amazing. I'm feeling it right now, though.
Where are the P-clips now?
Oh, they're on the bench.
Oh, they're here, so we get these in here, and that is correct.
Is this entertainment? We recording this whole thing?
I don't know. You can always. So one is going here, you see, and the other one is going down here. That's how it is. Exactly, that's how it is. I'm getting screwed on there.
I thought you take a lot of pictures when you disassemble these things.
I did. This car was a barn fight.
Oh, okay.
It was disassembled. That is a challenge. The other thing is easy. What do? You get an original car, you take it apart, and you put it back together.
Yeah, with all the pieces, yeah. So, preparing for the assembly, Michael has all the original bolts in black oxide. Check this out, everybody. It's the small details that really count.
And this one is the 66 car. So you have different, these are the old stock.
So that's a long nylock?
It's a long nylon, but not with a long skirt. You know, the early ones that had that longer skirt.
Okay.
They're the same lengths. They're slightly longer.
Yeah.
And I think that's important because you don't want to have a meter of thread sticking out each side. So these are the original ones, and I just get some washers because we need some washers on the
So the trick to this install is the front mount is attached to the cradle because you cannot get to the back side of this nut once it's up there. And then the back one is assembled on the car. Yep. Now I've been learning a lot about 2 plus 2 here. There's a completely different fuel line that runs up there, and if I got some light, there's actually an extra spacer in here. Sorry, it's quite dark. So it actually only uses 4 of the spacing washers These 2+2s are a different animal. I'd say they're harder to restore and take a lot more time.
Where's the light?
Okay, I'm gonna draw back. Okay, time for a marriage.
So this one, so there are many, many different ways to do this. This is the one I found best for me. I don't even have the bottom plate here.
Yeah, no tie plate, so that's different from what I do. There's multiple ways to assemble an E-Type.
Yeah.
This is just one way.
And I started initially with this thing here. I had a big plate on it.
Oh, with the floor jack.
Yeah, with the floor jack. I had a big plate on this, but this was wobbling around.
Yeah, this is what me and my dad do. When you have 2 people,
Yeah,
you
when
get
you have
away
2
with
people.
just the jack.
But on your own, your arms aren't long enough to balance the IRS and to pump it up.
Okay.
So I find this more stable.
Yeah.
But I also found that we need to get that a bit inclined. I just remember now that we have to get these triangles under there, like this type here, because we need to get it angled.
Oh, you're putting a wedge in there.
Yeah, just to get it a bit in an angle, and we need to see which direction we have to slide it, because otherwise you won't get it in.
Well,
and I think we need to lift the front side here. This one we need to lift here. Oh, can you lift that?
Yeah, back-breaking work here, everybody.
Yeah. So more. Yeah. So that's it. We can always push it a bit up.
Yeah.
But we have it a bit inclined.
What I find too is you can get them kind of the bolts on there and then jack up the backside. But
Yeah.
I think the trick is actually to get the front bolts in, then the back bolts. Let's
Yeah.
see how this goes.
Yeah. And then we can lift it. So get it straight out, and then we. I drop the car.
Yeah.
So push this in. So I managed to put that far in front that we have enough room here.
Okay,
that looks good.
I'm gonna switch the angle.
We need to come a bit further here.
Let's drop it.
Just dropping it. Yeah. Over there.
Yeah. More. Yeah. Okay, hold on. So just get it into shape here. We're looking pretty close.
Yeah, it just needs to come a bit to my side, like that. How does that look?
Pretty good, I would
A bit
say.
further in, because you see this, the bolt.
Hold on, come to your side and see what you're talking about. Hold on. Okay.
This one here. This one here.
Yeah.
When we move down, you need to watch out that this comes, that we are parallel here, like that.
Yeah.
You know, you can still move it. We have to get in here, straight up. But
And we got the washers in there, right? The spacer washers are
in here. This one has to go in here.
Good thing it's slotted. It makes it so much easier. Can you imagine if that was a round hole?
Yeah. The early ones had a round, just a hole.
And we've supported the car so the radius arms can be installed as well on the cup there.
Yeah, this is
where they always get stuck.
So yeah, we hope we can pass it. Yeah, it should go. So you watch here. I drop it, and you could actually do that on your own.
Okay, hold on.
So we're getting here. It is there.
Is it jammed?
This.
Oh, it's close, isn't it?
So it's getting there.
Yeah.
So I check the other side. This one has to go in there.
Yeah.
And maybe we have to
just
lift it at the rear.
It might just drop in there, you know, if you just pushed it down.
You think?
I don't know.
There?
It depends what the other side looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might just shove down on
further
there.
in here, then we might scratch here because this is
You'll always
protection.
scratch a bit.
But there might go. I check the other side.
Check the other side.
Yeah, this one looks good. Wait. Okay. Wait. Like that. Okay.
I like that wedge because it actually makes the cradle rock back and forth.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
One is perfect. This one is almost in.
Okay, I'd say a drop. I'd give it a drop and.
It's gentle, just a bit.
Yeah, slowly, as slow as it can go.
What I could do, I could raise this one here, which is a bit smarter.
Or you're gonna jack it up into spot. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, so it's slowly get into place.
Oh, that's it already.
Well, yeah, I need to push it over.
What I do, I drop this maybe?
No, I just got to kick it. I just needed to kick it there, but I'm recording and not doing any work.
Wait. I drop that and then I push it opposite.
Just got to make sure we've got clearance here too, right? Oh. Okay, a little more. Okay.
Check the
so
other side,
close.
I'm lifting it up.
We're so close. Okay, all the bolts are through. Everything's still loose, but we're going to lift it up in the air and tighten everything down.
And the fresh paint and the coating always adds a few micrometers,
right,
which makes it all more difficult. It doesn't fit as you want. Everything new maybe, it's just the layer is too thick.
There it is. All those long nuts in from the back side. Those bolts, sorry. How about that? Look at that up in there.
And if you have something to complain, just send a mail to Richard. He will explain how it's done.
Look at that. Well done. What a beauty. That is magnificent. I think it's time to take a coffee break.
Definitely.
Yep. Good job, Michael.
Good job. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks brand new, really.
Yeah, that's brand new E-Type.
That's perfect. Look at that.
Look at that. That'll be the next task.
That's an easy one. We lift that up, get that parallel, and then we just get some
use the jack. Awesome.
Yeah,
time for a break.
Can start the engine and go for a ride.
Good.
So let's see what we have here. The 2+2 is on the hoist, and so the IRS is installed. I still have to drop it down and get it all fixed. I installed this heating child, and very important is that you see here, this is the, you have that, there you see that brake wire for the handbrake. That needs to go in first. You see that here, there's a grommet. You see here, there's a grommet. This one here, that needs to be in. And this cable needs to be put in and fixed, which is about here, because you can't reach it later. So you have to get that in. And before you do anything else, you have to get the prop shaft in here. This is the prop shaft. If you don't have the prop shaft in, you will never get it in with the IRS in, and not even with the IRS out. So this has to be in before you get the engine installed. That is utmost important, otherwise there's no way around. Don't forget this. And the other thing I wanted to mention is here. So this is this is how it looks, and I always install the engine from below. That is for me the most convenient and the best way of not scratching the body, and I feel a lot more relaxed dropping the body over the engine. So, but the other thing is this one here, this is the steering rack, and that has to be in there as well. Here, this one, the steering rack, because you can't get that in with the radiator and all that stuff in there. You will be struggling to get that in. And I'm lowering the car that we have another look from the top. And this is actually how it's all done. So it's a new brake servo here, and yeah, everything looks good. Have the radiator in there. Now I'm dropping the car. Mind your hand, I'm dropping the car. So at the wall you see a new Jaguar sign. That is not because I became an official Jaguar dealer or workshop. That was a gift of a friend. Paul is his name, and he collected that many years ago, always thinking to buy an E-Type, but for some reason he decided not to buy one. I objected, and I still hope he's buying one. But Paul, thank you very much for the banner. I think we found a perfect spot for it. Still have 2 more spaces to fill in, but you never know. So this is the car We have taken the interior out again and protected, and all the rest here is some fiddling around and mounting. We got the desktop done, which is already done, but just checking some light and electrical stuff. And this is from here. So this was, you might be wondering what this is. This is 3W AW unit. This is for the ignition light. And this actually came in later, but I found this on the wiring harness. The parts book says this one doesn't has it yet. It was about 100 or 200 cars later. So I'm not sure if I have that on here or not. We'll decide later. It came with the car, but when I verified everything, this one was mentioned for cars later than this. So we have the radiator installed here. This has a new mesh here, a new net. I have the my preferred cooling fan in here. That's a cool cat. And all the rest is coming along pretty nicely. So I hope when the engine is in, we can continue with the touching all the components in the engine area, and yeah, put the torsion bars in and get the car on the wheels. And then we push it back. Then we get first the engine running, then we drop it and push it back on the wheels, and then we finish the doors and the windscreens and the chrome bits. So that is as far as we got so far. Always, as you can imagine, we are missing 1 or 2 bits. So I'm placing an order every 3 to 4 weeks of about 100-200 pounds at Martin Roby, and that keeps me going for the next 3 weeks. And here you see an item that is very often taken apart from the bonnet and left over by the end, because people don't know where that fits to, and I will show you where that goes. So now, and here we see where this goes to. This goes basically back in here. I don't know if you can see that. Here, there's that hole there. So where you can see my fingers coming through. This needs to be covered because you want to get all the air from the inlet. You want to get all the air going through the cooler, through the radiator, and not passing by these holes. So that is the main thing. And this one you have to fill in here. This goes in between these 2 panels and will be tightened with a screw here, and here there's a small screw coming on the other side, and that is when you see the screw here, this one, the zinc bright one there, that one in the middle. If you don't see that one if you see that missing, then you can understand that it's not there. And the felt here has to be thick enough to just fit in between, but not too thick. That's the purpose of these little things. So anyone might have found that as left over, but the reality is it belongs there. So in here now we have the engine with the gearbox mounted. This is the big beast, the automatic, and that is I wouldn't want to put that in from the top, because the gearbox, as you can see, is almost as big or half as big as the engine. And the important thing is that you have certain things already mounted, and that is I need to get the oil cooling pipes. I get those fitted. They run from here under here, and then they are attached to this one here. And I will put I will install the water pump later, because the pulley and everything is always a pain and risk, because I have to go high up. And I have to push the engine a bit back, and then I will install the water pump from when the engine is in. Like all the rest will be mounted when the engine is in. Everything is slim now, so you can imagine that it's pretty easy to drop the car over the engine. We will put the engine on a pallet or 3 or 4 to be able to lift them up. And so that is how we prepare everything. I have the speedo cable already attached, and this is the gear shifter from the inlet manifold side, and this is the shifter which goes into the cabin. All the rest will be mounted from when the engine is installed. So we tighten the chains here again. I get the double check. I just have to verify what torque these nuts have on the wheels, on the sprockets. But then it will be sealed with a wire, and then it's it's ready to go in. I can't wait then, because always a big moment to get the engine in, and you can see this is a huge beast here, and it will clear the workshop floor for a bit. So far, so what has happened? Now we have readjusted the chains. Everything is in place for the OT position, and now getting the last screws in. You have to reach the other side, you have to rotate 360 degrees at the crankshaft. Then these do appear up again, the second one, and then you get the second screw in there. Make sure you have a cloth in here. You don't want to drop that down here, otherwise you are in trouble. And so you always fill that up. Then you take these screws here, the special screws with 2 holes in here, and that is because they are wired. So you get that back in here. Let me see if I get some light in here. So here you see these are very easy to turn in. That is how it has to be. Hand screwed, not forced. It's a bit tricky to get these right in. They have to be straight in. As soon as they're a little bit inclined, you won't get them in. And I tighten these with a torque of 42. These are 3/8 fine thread, UNF. And so when these are tightened, I start to wire them. So in here you see how I've wired them. I think that is the original way. It is just on both sides and crossed in the middle. And that is how I think I picked them up, and that's how I'm leaving them. And here you see how the wiring is done. It's just one crossing, and make sure you do not forget these clips. These are important, otherwise you have to unopen everything again. This is just a safety thing.
Moving right along. So it's one thing after another. There's so many projects and mini projects to do in Maikel's shop. And what we plan to do now is first start the restoration of coupe number 66. Is that right?
That's number 66, but I think we have no battery, or the one is flat. Just checking, charging that one. That's one I'm using in the workshop.
So you have pumped this up once already to get oil pressure, but we're just going to do it one more time. So spark plugs out, and we'll use the starter motor just to crank that oil pump, get the pressure up, and then see the performance. Now, when's the last time you think this car was started?
30 years ago.
30 years sitting.
It hasn't been started, and I found it 2015 at Müller.
Yeah.
Oh, he recommended me to buy this one because it was a special car. I was 3 days at his farm in Dripping Springs, between Dripping Springs and Wimberley.
That's in Texas.
That's in Texas, near Austin.
Yep.
And so I spent a couple of days there, and I was actually looking for a roadster. But actually he recommended me to buy this one because he said that's an early and rare car, and that is one, it's interesting for collectors.
Yeah.
That is how I got it. And it was disassembled, but it's a matching numbers car. And yeah, it was just trying to get the best parts I could find, and let's see if we can get it done.
Gonna be one of the best 61 coupes in the world. Double digit car, that's what they call them, right? Double digits.
Yeah, I love that, double digit. And all the Lucas parts are correctly numbered. They all pre-factory date, which is
so you mean like the autumn, you see the relay there? That relay, that's what we're talking about?
This one here,
yeah,
that's actually the original one, and it says 661.
And then you got the sleeves on the wiring, the black
these
sleeves.
Ones here, these are the original Sovi. They are not patented yet, and the later ones had patent or number on it. The Kelsey Hayes, And all the original things here, I got these ceramic coated.
How about those spark plug caps?
Yeah, these are new old stock ones, and you see they have the large letter. You have the Repro ones, which are printed, and that Champion is smaller font. But these are new old stock. I will take them out to get some oil pressure to ease it for that. You see that? That's the original one. The Champion, the writing on it is really large. It's reaching the far end.
Yeah.
These are new old stock ones.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
These are original ones.
What about the coil?
Well, the coil, I'm not sure about the coil, but that is dated. I can't see, but that is an early one.
Okay.
Original, and it says...
I think the radiator's the highlight for me, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you just never see them in this condition. No? Oh, okay, sure.
Damn! It's still flooded, I think.
I've never...
There's something not quite. It's not there.
I've never... I don't know what...
12
volts, yeah. It just gets down so heavy.
It's not passing through really. So probably the solenoid then. Richard already left home. He's back in Canada, and I will do all the other bits now. But I have to thank him for all his help and positive feedback and input he had. Was really exciting. Valve clearance, and we found out that 2 valves actually they were a bit they didn't have enough play, and that is what we're going to redo here on this